George title, how heir to throne might not become King George due to old tradition. Prince George is currently third in line for the British throne, but due to this old tradition Prince George may never become King George. The British royal family has held on to a number of unusual traditions over the centuries. One of these traditions is the ability for a monarch to choose a different regnal name when they ascend the throne. There is a precedent in the royal family of choosing a different name from your own to reign under. For example, the Queen's father King George VI actually had the first name of Albert, and was known affectionately by family as Bertie. While it is not uncommon for monarchs to change their names at their coronation, some have decided not to follow suit. The current Queen Elizabeth II was born as Elizabeth, and decided her actual name was regal enough. Prince William and Prince George will also have the choice of picking a different regnal name. So technically Prince George may not decide to be King George after all. Prince George was born George Alexander Louis, and he could instead decide to be King Alexander or King Louis. But given the long history of King Georges on the British throne, Prince George would be the seventh. It seems unlikely George would decide on something else. However, for years there has been speculation that Prince Charles will change his name when he ascends the throne. The Constitution Unit at University College London, UCL, explained how Prince Charles may not decide to be King Charles III one day. UCL stated, he, Charles, is free to choose his own regnal title. King Edward VII chose Edward as his regnal title, although hitherto he had been known by his first name of Albert. King Edward VIII also chose Edward as his regnal title, although he was known to his family and friends as David. Prince Charles's Christian names are Charles Philip Arthur George. Instead of becoming King Charles he might choose to become King George VII, or King Philip, or King Arthur. It has been suggested Charles may want to change his name due to its association with King Charles I and King Charles II, who both held turbulent reigns in British history. Whether Prince Charles does decide to change his name will be a matter for his coronation, but he will have the option. Some older reports have suggested Charles would opt for the name George, with its strong links to past members of the royal family. Former Buckingham Palace press spokesman Dickie Arbiter told the BBC in 2005 that by using the name George, Charles would be paying tribute to both his grandparents, King George VI and the Queen Mother. He said, it would not just be a tribute to his grandfather, but a sort of loving memory to his late grandmother, whom he absolutely adored. When she died in 2002, he was absolutely devastated. Any announcement of a different regnal name would not be made until Charles' coronation.